New Aussie Sackman.
And son.
Alright, so we're all set up for a sharpening with the new Lansky system that I have, which is fantastic. I've added a serrated knife sharpening blade as well, plus the Sapphire ultra fine, let alone the coarse, medium and fine that came with it. I'm about to sharpen this bad boy up, which isn't that blunt anyway, and I found this little dude over here.
Hello guys, if you haven't checked out my channel, James Off Blaze, go check it out right now, or anytime you can, because I prefer it, and I joined in to Aussie Sackman's channel to show you these guys and bad boys.
We have blatant self-promotion, good stuff. Get them out in the light, son, get them out in the light. There we go. What do we got here? What's this one?
A Huntsman, Victorinox Huntsman.
Victorinox Huntsman. Beautiful knife. This one here, that has scissors and a wood saw.
Yep.
And what do you got here?
We've got a torch.
Yep.
And another torch.
Which is an O-light.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
i3 EOS. We love it. We love our little i3s. Great little torch. AAA battery. We like rechargeable torches, but I really think that if you just carry a couple of batteries, you don't need to rely on trying to find a 240 volt power source to recharge.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of.
A 5 volt torch. And what's this one here you've got?
I'm not sure. I
Oh,
forgot
that's a
the
sexy.
name.
No, that's a little classic SD in black.
Oh yeah, the classic SD. We remember that.
And we call it, why do we call it a classic SD? Because it has the screwdriver bit, which everyone who follows me knows that I'm not a fan of. I think if you've got a nail file, you should have a proper nail cleaner on the end. That I've never found that to be very useful at all. I would much prefer, what do we got? Oh, look out, have I got a mini champ? I do have a mini champ. Woohoo! Of course I got a mini champ. Never without a mini champ. Got a nail file, nail cleaner. But that's just me. Heaps of people love those things, the little SDs. I believe that the SDs are shit and they should just be a classic. Classic SD should be a special model for people who are special and need that little pissant flat blade screwdriver, because who even uses a flat blade screwdriver? I don't know. But anyway, Jimmy,
Me neither.
you've already cross-promoted your channel.
Yeah.
What called James Roweth Plays.
Yes.
What do you do on your channel?
Oh, I create like little Tom videos. They don't go for long. They really only go for like a minute or 3 minutes or so.
And
One of them told you about the weather. That was like supposed to be for like a year ago. I'm already 9. I made them when I was like 8. Yeah, and then I started making videos about Granny and Minecraft. One of them they failed, so I couldn't get up. And then I uploaded some games of me playing Forza 3. Wait, was it Forza 3 or Real Racing 3? Yeah, Real Racing 3 on my tablet. And it was also Ice Cream and Granny and stuff. I did try to complete one of the Granny videos, but Grandpa murdered me. But I did also murder Granny and Grandpa. I'm kinda cheeky to them.
I'm a little bit concerned about all this murdering anyway. What I was going to do was sharpen this knife here, which is quite sharp anyway. How is your Huntsman going, bro?
Oh, it's going kinda good.
Is it? Is it really? Some scraping off dead skin.
Yeah.
That's about it. Maybe we should show the people how to sharpen the knife. What do you want to do? You want to? Should we do that?
Heck yeah.
All right. Well, in the
Let's do
Lansky, they've got this little notch that only lets it go in so far. for a small knife. I've only done this a couple of times. Oh man, it is really tight. I'd like to file the notch out a little bit to make it grab a bit harder. Really, I'm never comfortable with the way this grabs.
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with doing it that too.
But we get it in there pretty solid. It's pretty sharp, so
yeah.
I think maybe if we go with like a medium hone, so you can see that the medium hone that I have is a bit dirty. Could you go in and get me a piece of paper towel from the kitchen, please? Let's do that, because then we can clean this bad boy.
Sure. We can clean that bad boy.
Bit of oil. We'll put these cool little knives over here for a bit of a cool look. Alright. So, yeah, just a piece ready. I don't think you've seen this either. So what you do is see that's all metal shavings and filings and stuff from sharpening a knife. If you just put a little bit, that's going to be a rubbish video. Just put a little bit on there. That's all, just a little bit. Rub it, and look, can you see that? See how all the filings are coming up?
Yeah.
And it cleans the surface of the file. And you wipe it.
Just regularly?
Yeah, look, give it a wipe, look at that, see?
All clean,
See how it all comes clean?
Yes, I bet everyone does.
Well, there's the result from the dirtiness. We're doing this outside by the fire, by the way, so we don't have the greatest light, but we're doing the best we can.
Yeah,
now, what we need is one of these little rods for the angle. Let's get rid of this.
Are they pegs or rods?
Well, I call them rods. They're like I call them a guide rod. So we sit it down so it's on a flat surface, so it's all nice and flat and even.
We can tighten it.
We can tighten, only a finger tighten. Now we're going to go for a 25-degree angle. I believe these things like a 30-degree, but the 25 has been really good for me to get a razor sharp edge. Now all we do is go up, and we'll hold this, up, up, up. Always up and against.
It's pretty cool.
3, 4,
Pretty nice fancy
5,
way
6,
how to...
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I like a nice 8 to 10 count. Now, sorry, I skipped that step. What you can do is just flip the system, put it back in the 25mm hole, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Looking good. Looking cool.
8.
Nice
Alright,
little
so we
way
go
to sharpen
a few times
the knife.
on that side, flip it, back in the 25. There's not much pressure at all either. It's very light pressure. Bit of pressure, but not.
I believe it should be kind of light pressure as well as big kind of at the same time, which kind of makes it medium.
Yeah, don't push too hard.
Yeah, kind of like
But
5
push.
and 5 is a medium.
So a few runs on each.
It also equals 10.
But pay particular attention to the end as well, because trying to make sure that edge is nice and sharp. But anyway, that's pretty close to enough goes. We'll put this back here. Now we're going to go. So we didn't even do a medium. We did a fine. That's okay because you could hear it cutting. So now we've got look at the fine.
Ooh.
Super fine sapphire. We need that big
Cream.
paper towel again.
I'll go get it.
No, there's one here.
No,
No, there's one here.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
if
we'll
it
definitely,
would still
we'll definitely
dirty a bit.
reuse. We'll
Okay.
reuse, bro. Look, now, I don't know how. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at that.
Is that plastic or is it wood like the other one? Like
No,
smooth,
this is-
stripped.
No, well they're all stone, but this one's a sapphire stone, so it's very smooth. That's probably clean enough. The thing's that smooth that we're heading down to mirror finish. I've got a strop coming, which will give you absolute mirror finish. But we're not worried about mirror finish. We're worried
I've
about.
just noticed my blade's scratched.
Yeah. So wait till you see mine.
Okay.
We can polish them up. We can do another video to show people how to polish them up.
Okay.
Okay.
That
But-
will do.
Same thing. Put it down.
Lock
Make sure
it.
it's nice and level. The whole thing's flat
Spin.
all the way along. Give it tighten. Alright, so I think
always,
as far as I'm concerned,
stick it into 26.
oh, the thing's pretty damn sharp anyway. But
Just
now we're
to-
just gonna finish it off with this sapphire
Stone.
sharpening stone. That's right. Same angle at a 25. Always keep the same angle that you've decided
I
on.
thought they were all cobblestone.
You can't,
stone.
You can't change the angle either. Like if you decided to go 25 degrees, then you got to stay on 25 degrees. And like obviously, if your knife was sharpened initially on a 15 degree, to go to a 25 or 30, then you're gonna have to use like something like a course to reprofile the edge. I don't even think I've done this. I think I've done this on one knife before, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That's why this was dirty, because I did it on one knife.
Yeah.
Not sure
Yeah,
what
but
knife I did it on,
sharpened.
but it was dirty, and I've only had this for a couple of days, so.
No, it was your military huntsman. Like
No,
the hammer.
Nah, that was a Soldier 08. I used the this blade, the Serrated Sharpener, and apparently this slot here does like fishing hooks and tips, so you can like sharpen tips with it somehow and make them really pointy, like a fishing hook. I've seen people do this, which I don't think is bad, but definitely down's no good. Always up.
Yeah, I don't agree with going down.
You don't have to go from here up, 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 up. You can go back this way. As long as that angle remains constant.
Oh man, this blade's
And you
gonna
do it
be
a
sharp
couple.
for everyone.
I like to do it on a couple of times on each side. Can you go find me a piece of paper, please, Jim? We'll see whether we can. Well, everyone always does that paper test, you know, where it cuts paper really well
Oh yeah.
and just slices it. So if you go and get me a piece of paper, something off the bench in there.
Yeah, I'll just get your paper towel.
No, not paper towel, like a piece of paper, a piece of like A4 paper.
Okay.
Is there a bill? Is there a bill in there on the bench, or is there a piece of butcher's paper in the something like that? So I was going to start with a medium. I actually started with a fine, but I think this thing was pretty sharp anyway. So we've done a fine. We've done down to a super fine. I'm pretty confident this thing will be pretty damn sharp. If it's not, whatever, I'll do it again. But the Lansky system just it's basically foolproof. Once I get that strop in,
This might do. This is
oh, it comes close to a bloody factory edge, eh?
fine.
What's that? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, like a receipt. Yeah.
Yeah,
There we go.
see, this
So,
is-
is this going to work, or is this not going to work? Oh. Whoop. There we go. That's it. That's sharp enough.
Oh,
Especially for you. Look. Oh,
Oh,
Look.
jeez, I thought you were going to cut your hand
no,
off.
my hair, man, cut all my hairs off.
You've got a lot of hairs, you cut them off.
Wow. But yes, the hair. Woo! That's how you make a really sharp knife. The Lansky system is amazing. I guess you just got to figure out how fucked your blade is. Obviously, if it's really screwed up, then you start with like a really coarse. Well, it's called a coarse. It's not really coarse. It's what is it? It's a 120. 120 grit. Then you can move up to the 280 medium, which I thought we'd start at, but we didn't. We ended up starting with a 600 fine. Then we went to a Sapphire Stone, which doesn't even have a grit rating on this. It's just so damn smooth. And if we had a strop, we'd strop it as well, and it just takes
What's
off
a
that.
strop, Daddy?
A strop is a piece of leather that's attached to like a flat board like this. And instead of pushing the stone against the blade, you actually pull the blade like this back along it, and it just takes those tiny little microscopic edges off to make it absolutely sharp. But can you see there? See how that edge is nice and even? I can't see what other people are seeing, but you can see that edge is just amazing. Look at that. And that's what makes it. It's even on both sides. It's been done properly, and that's why you can just slice up the paper, cut your hairs. That's how sharp you want it, because a sharp knife
is a good knife.
That's right.
But also
It's
kind
way
of
better.
dangerous knife. If you're cutting something, you go cut.
So what's a
cut,
dangerous knife? A blunt knife.
Yeah,
That's
a blunt knife. Blunts are pretty dangerous.
Do you remember when your little brother cut his finger?
Yeah.
Just after I'd sharpened your knife.
Yeah.
And it took it about 3 days, and it healed perfectly, and he got no infection, and he has no scar, because he was cut with just basically a almost
blunt,
razor blade sharp knife. A blunt knife hacks you up, could have infection in it, whatever, who knows.
Yeah, blunts are bad, guys.
Sharp knife,
so make
best
sure
knife.
you don't use blunt knives or anything.
Would you like to talk to the camera again?
Yeah, and for one more thing, if you use a blunt knife and start cutting things like that, you can also go goose bang, hurt yourself really bad and get a giant infection and cut right in your belly. So I don't suggest cutting things like this with a blunt knife, guys.
No, you slip heaps easier if you try and cut hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
And cut.
But we got a sharp one here. I've already done that. Done yours.
Have we got any blunt
My
knives that we
camper's
need to
always
sharpen?
sharp.
Have you got a blunt knife that you need to sharpen?
I've probably got other knives that need to be sharpened, yes. But
Okay.
look, Aussie Sackman and Son sharpening knives by the fire, by the way, on a Saturday night here, heading on into winter, COVID-19 time, which is a weird time for everybody, isn't it? Oh, COVID-19 freaking everyone out.
Also, quick interrupt. How's isolation going for you guys? Tell us any comments down below of how it's going.
Good call, hey?
Yes.
My little promoter, maybe I need you on the videos more often to remind people to... What else have they got to do as well if they like the video?
Subscribe and
like and subscribe.
And comment and...
Like, subscribe, comment down below. Yeah.
And also there's like a little trick you can do that we need to figure out we can add into our videos. So say it's like a little trick where we can like get up like any kind of big square we want and add something, say breaking news, and pop up your little face and blur out the video, and then you're like talking and saying like
Can
some
I
news.
do that?
Yeah, you can. You just gotta find out how. I don't know how.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And before we go,
Yes.
we should
Show off the biltong.
show off the biltong.
Yeah, with the
Look at
biltong
it.
knife.
It's nearly gone. This is the last of what, a kilo I did. Look at that fat. For
I don't like
my
the
best
fat.
best par Brett Teveno biltong knife. Plenty of fat on this little section, champ. Trick with biltong
fat.
supposed to be hand cut towards you, fat side, starting fat side, and nice and thin, so you can see.
Oh, I need the fat part.
Oh yeah,
Now I don't really like the fat. Kind of bit really way
Oh.
too sweet.
the fat, yeah, not that bit.
Nah,
Oh, I'll just keep eating it.
no fair. Keep eating it till there's no fat. And give
Hang
me
on.
a slice. And then these people. How about we can
Ready?
also make a new channel?
Oh,
We can come up with a new channel then. We can make a new channel where we make biltong.
I'll just keep eating it.
Nah, guys, he
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah,
Comment down below if he should stop.
don't comment down below. Look, that little bit's good. What do you want me to do that? There you go.
Shall we make a
Yeah.
new
bit.
channel where we can
Ever seen a kid?
make biltong? Show
kid
people.
What? Do we want to give away the secrets? Always keep your biltong in a paper bag too, by the way, so it doesn't sweat. Biltong knife. Ah, delicious,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway, should we wrap up this video, because we didn't
Yeah.
even know what we were going to do from the start, but we've decided to super sharpen this bad boy Huntsman
Yep.
for Jimbo. He had a Huntsman before me. I now have a Huntsman. Both got an O-light hanging off them. This won't be sharp. We might sharpen this one afterwards. Oh, no, there's a quick G up as well, but we'll do a fine, a sapphire, and it'll be sweet.
Will we be getting merch
James,
too
James,
for people?
James Roth Plays, right here.
Yeah.
There he is. Like and subscribe to Aussie Sackman and James Roth Plays. Well, I'll throw some links down in the description, and I'll probably throw something. Where do we put them? Up here. That's where we'll put the little up there.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
And stay safe in COVID-19. We love you all.
Yes.
I'm happy to have my hat back.
Yes.
And,
Aussie Sackman's back.
love being with my little boy. Aussie Sackman's back. Peace, love, rock and roll. Stay safe, COVID-19.
Yeah.
James Roth Plays. Get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.